been stalking a watch for a while. It's probably too small for me, but I like it. I'm going to reach out to them. A little bit cheeky. Pete here from the ChronoCast, and I like the Vulcain Cricket.
Vulcain Cricket. It's a beautiful watch. It's 39mm, and even on me, I'd say this wears small. Like, that's a small 39.
Do you know, originally, I think it was like a 36.
Yeah.
It was a very dainty watch.
They do two models. They do 39 is the biggest one of the two that they do for this, the President Cricket. Even for me, it wears. I mean, yes, I could wear that happily, and it looks beautiful. But I think if you've got a 7-inch wrist, it's probably on the small size still.
But do you know what? That green really pops.
Right. The pistachio green, it's got a finish on that dial like no other. That is absolutely beautiful. And there's so many kind of tricks up the sleeve of this watch. The dial and the finishing on it is one of them, with the like applied battens and those like polished steel on those. Gorgeous. Sat on top of that pistachio green brushed dial as it catches the light in all sorts of beautiful ways.
Well, the one thing for me is I love a watch with a difference.
Yes.
Something that kind of stands it out. You know, there's a lot of homage watches or, you know, clone watches, and it's hard to get someone with real innovation that goes, I'm going to go in my own lane and do this thing. And Vulcain have the Cricket, which is an alarm clock. Oh, you're off. It's absolutely incredible.
This is incredible.
It's one of those kind of tricks that when a watch does something unique like that, it just turns your head.
Yeah, so an alarm movement in a manual wound Swiss watch. It was the 1940s that they first developed it. It's incredibly ingenious how they've done it. And the beautiful thing is with this, as I explain it, how it works, you can see it all with the open case back. Now, they do it in two versions. You have a closed steel case back version and an open case back version. Why would you buy the closed back version? I have no idea, when you can see how beautiful that is.
When I spoke to Vulcain, they were saying with the closed case back, the sound resonates more. So you actually get more of that.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you want more, that's the way to go. But if, like us, you love just something a little bit personal kept back for you, you get to take it off and see it undressed. And it is a thing of beauty.
It's so lovely. Like, seeing how, because it's got a dual barrel system. So a single crown, one direction winds the kind of spring for the alarm. The other direction winds the spring for the actual watch movement itself. And you can see which way it activates. You can see the different barrels activating when you look at the open case back. And also, when the alarm's going off, you can see the hammer oscillating and smacking the bar, which gives it that cricket sound. I don't know why you wouldn't want to see that happening.
I know most people get excited by things like, it was the president's watch and stuff like that. Do you know what? There's a place for that.
Yes, okay.
For those people that it does that for you, great. For me, what I love is that vintage classic style. I'm just really, really jealous of people that can pull this off, because for me, with I'm a fraction over an 8-inch wrist, right?
Yeah.
It's just too small.
I can definitely wear it. So if you've got if you're like me and you've got like a 7-inch or thereabout wrist or smaller, you can definitely get away with the 39. I could definitely wear that. If I was wearing a shirt, then it's perfect, because it's got that very elegant dress-like watch. It's presidential almost. Yeah. So you can get away with it. It wears, and this is going to do it a massive disservice, it wears quite similar to my Studio Underdog in the case size and how it sits on the wrist. So if you're familiar with that, it's kind of similar. But obviously this is in a completely different league to that watch. This is a £4,500 thing of kind of Swiss genius.
Yeah, it's an entirely different league to a lot of the watches that we've looked at. And that's mainly because it's not yours or my style of watch.
Yeah.
It's a bit dressy. It's a bit special.
It's very special.
This is a watch connoisseur's watch. Do you know?
Because there's something different about it.
People that know.
Yeah. And people that don't, you can let them know by...
Turning your nose up.
No, just turning the alarm on.
Yeah.
What did you get that watch for? Just...
What does your watch do this?
Yeah. The other thing that's... You know, when you're going through a collecting journey, there's like things you want to tick off. You want to have a chronograph in your collection. Or I want to have a GMT in my collection. I want a 3-hand. You know, this watch is obviously stands alone in the sense of it being a manual wound alarm watch. And it was the kind of first of its kind. Even to the fact that the dial is different. So you've got the baton markers for each hour as you expect in your traditional 3-hand movement. You then have a 4th hand, which it's not a GMT, that's the alarm hand. And then in between each hour marker, you have 10, 30, and 50 marked to obviously indicate the minutes in between each hour. So they're where you put the alarm hand, when the hour hand reaches that point, that's when the alarm goes off. So even on the dial, it's telling you it's different. So in a collection of different watch types and different movements, this kind of would stand alone.
I just love that a company with such a rich history, that they already have an incredible name, have done these kind of bold moves with colour.
Yeah.
They're a watch for people, those that know. And I think that kind of sums up who this watch is for.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subtle watch. It's not kind of ghoulish or whatever. It's not
blingy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not gonna,
You could wear this to any event, any occasion. It's a very subtle, dressy watch, but very elegant. And I just love what they're doing with their colours. I love their style. And what I'd really love is for them to do a slightly bigger watch, but it's probably outside of their wheelhouse. You know,
for the cricket model. Yeah,
they're a brand that will stay in their lane. They'll do for their type of customers, their size of watches, and a lot of people prefer a smaller watch.
Yeah. Well, I've been on a journey of slimming down my collection in the sense of making things a bit smaller as well. Whereas in the past, I would quite happily wear a 45mm. I'm now looking at it and going, that just feels well too oversized. I'm moving with that trend almost and finding some enjoyment in that. So, yeah, I think 39mm, 40mm is where probably most average people will sit at as like the happy size of watches. So it's bang on for that. I can't express, I know I've said it and you've said it as well, but just how beautiful the dial is, the finishing on it, the way it catches the light as you kind of spin it around. It's gorgeous.
There's so many aspects of a watch that gives away its price point.
Yeah.
And for me, obviously, with an exhibition case back, you can see what's going on there. That you can see the quality, you can see those details. But then beyond that, it's the feel. You know,
the polished edges,
the way that it's smooth going around. You know that that's an all-day comfort watch.
Yes,
and then like you say, it's the details of the dial itself.
Sapphire is absolutely insane as well.
So yeah, it's a watch that I get incredibly excited about. I honestly thought I need to get this watch in just to tease you more than anything else. This could be the next aspirational AJ watch. It's a touch on the small side for an AJ. That's okay.
It is a little bit. It's a little bit too small for me. I think because it's a dressy watch, or a smart watch, and as you can tell, I'm not a particularly smart person. I say that as I put on quite a dressy smartwatch afterwards. So I've made a rule up. I've broken the rule straight away.
Always throw out the rule book, AJ. I've been guilty of it myself. I've told myself what sizes I can wear, and I've been wrong. With this particular model,
it's gorgeous.
When I typically wear a 42, 43, that's where I'm comfortable. But for a watch like this, it's within the realms, isn't it?
You can wear that.
Yeah, it's within the realms.
You can wear that with a shirt.
I always end up taking wrist shots on the wrong hand.
Yeah.
And I hate myself for doing it.
It's upside down as well on the wrong hand.
Yeah,
but for them it works.
It's all going on.
Yeah.
It's all going on. But yeah, just for sizing. So if you've got an 8-inch wrist, it will look like that. Not necessarily a bad thing at all.
Like I say, if you've got a shirt on with the sleeve over it, it works. It works.
Yeah.
Throw the rules out. How nice is that sapphire?
Vulcain have something really kind of precious in this watch. And I can see now why the cricket gets such a buzz.
That's so cheesy.
It was good though. It was good. You know it was good.